So right now I think I'll be focusing on putting down base colors for these two stickers. So I recently picked up reading, just like to keep my mind off drawing for a bit, but the first book was such a delight that I ended up buying the other two books. And of course, these sketches for the sticker sheet designs. And I kind of just want to do a little test print on the sizes. Hey friends, welcome to another vlog. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Ika. I'm an artist running a small art shop called Sun-Kissed Valleys, and I practically just document my journey here on this channel. So if that sounds like your thing, do consider subscribing. So for this week, there's a few things that I need to complete, and it's all in this little post-it note that I have. I need to create one more sticker flake design for the pond theme, and then color the remaining sticker designs. And if I still have any creative juices left in me, I kind of want to make like a sticker sheet design as well for this shop update in the theme of Secret Garden. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That kind of is just like the rough idea for this week. So yeah, join me for some more drawing and coloring, I guess. So right now I'm doing a sketch of another sticker design for the pond theme, and this one's based off a concept that I had. Initially it was for a keychain, but basically Chica is in this gazebo. I kind of just want to play around with the placement of this concept. So here I've done like a quick sketch of Chica placed in the middle, but later on I'll be doing a different placement for this and kind of just see which one's better. So I have this going on for me right now, and I'm not sure which layout I prefer. I think they both look really interesting. I've put up a poll on my Instagram story. As it turns out, you guys really like the second design. I'll clean the sketch and see how I can refine it. Here are the two stickers under the pawn theme. So right now I think I'll be focusing on putting down base colors for these two stickers, which are under the secret entrance theme.
Acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for times I'm stranded, a castaway on unknown shores, although a stranger in this continent. I'm always in bloom for you, always in bloom, always in bloom for infatuated light. Although it hurts me to be with you, I'm always in bloom, always in bloom for you.
Hello, just wanted to cut in and kind of update you guys on a little hobby that I'm trying to get myself into. So I recently picked up reading, just like to keep my mind off drawing for a bit. And the book that I ended up picking out was Once Upon a Broken Heart. I've had my eye on this book for a while, but I never really got to picking it up and reading it. So purchasing this book was purely out of a whim. But to my surprise, this book was such a delight to read. The world building was so whimsical and is based off like original fairy tales, and I think the whole concept of fairy tales coming to life or being represented as like a human is so interesting. And yeah, I practically finished this book in a span of like 2 or 3 days, but the first book was such a delight that I ended up buying the other 2 books. To be honest, I couldn't wait to read the second book, reading the PDF version that I borrowed from my library app. And by that point, I've already read like halfway through of the book online. As it turns out, the second book was so much more enjoyable, and that's why I kind of caved in and bought the physical book itself and read the remaining pages. I think physically holding onto the book and annotating it was so much more immersing for me. I think if I were to ever look back on this book and I'll just see little comments that I made, like the reaction I had would be so much more enjoyable to read again. I think annotating it as I read made the experience more immersive for me. I don't know, I think it was so much more different than just reading it like online or through the app. Safe to say I finished reading this book in a span of like maybe 4 or 5 days, and I just can't wait to read the last book. So yeah, I'll probably update you guys on the last book too once I finished it in my next vlog. But like side note though, the design for these covers looks so well done, and like I just love that it's all pink. It matches the aesthetic that I was imagining for the world building. To me, the way I imagined this book was kind of like if the Wonderland in Alice in Wonderland was all pink. This would be it. This is the vision that I had. And as I was picking out these 2 books, apparently there was like a sale for books with the romantasy genre, and so I decided to pick another book which I'd been eyeing on for a while as well, and it is this book called 𝚘𝚙𝚎𝚗. It's based off the Greek mythology and kind of goes in depth on who the woman is. So if you don't know, I've recently had the pleasure of listening to Epic the Musical, which tells the story of a king of Ithaca who wishes to go back home to his wife and son after like being away for 20 years. And along the journey, he meets this woman called 𝚘𝚙𝚎 on an island, and there were a few songs which featured her. And I was kind of curious to know, well, apart from the musical, the kind of person she is in other versions of the tale. I'm pretty excited to read this one too. This would be such a great start to pick up reading again. It's been a long time since I read. I think the last time I read was like a few years ago. The series A Court of Thorns and Roses. A Court of Thorns and Roses? Or Roses and Thorns? Thorns and Roses, right? Okay. I think honestly when I was younger, reading wasn't really that fun for me because I was a very visual kind of person, so, and like back then words didn't really make a lot of sense to me, I guess, or at least I didn't really have a good imagination back then. So, which is why I think animation really caught my eye, or like physical artworks really caught my eye when I was growing up. But now it kind of feels like I'm kind of overloaded with a lot of like imagery in my head, and kind of want to take a break from that and even drawing sometimes. And so I guess after reading these 2 books, it kind of feels like another part of my brain has opened, where I didn't have to draw what I saw in my head. I could simply just enjoy it. It's so strange to kind of just unwind but still unlock that creative side of my brain to see how the world building works in these books. So yeah, that's just a little piece of my reflection, I guess, as someone who doesn't read like a lot or at all. But I think these collections could be like a great start to getting back to reading again and just unwind in a good book. I think my only concern right now is where I'm gonna keep these because I'm running out of space. So here's what I have so far. This is the sticker sheet for the floral realm concept, and this is the sticker sheet design for the pond concept. It's pretty rough right now, but I'm pretty satisfied with the overall composition for each stamp and the overall placement. Of course, I still have to add a few tiny stickers like these little clovers and mushrooms around the sticker sheet just to fill up some space. But other than that, I think these look pretty good so far. And I kind of just want to do a little test print on the sizes for the sticker sheets. And yeah, kind of just see if I can make any more adjustments. So here is the test print, and honestly, I think I really like the bigger size. I might scale it even bigger for the next test print, but for now, I think this is a good gauge as to how this would turn out. And yeah, I'll have to work on more of little stickers around just to fill up the gaps, and of course, color it in. For now, I think this is some good progress. So just to give you guys a quick summary of what I've done so far is I've managed to make the sticker designs for the pond theme, as well as just putting the base colors. I haven't actually rendered it yet, but I think I'm pretty happy with the colors here. I've also added some background color to the sticker flakes in the floral theme, but I'm not really happy with it. Something looks weird to me, so I think I'll continue working on it. As for these two stickers, looking back, I'm not really sure if I want the second sticker. I might change the second sticker design. We'll see, but yeah, that's what I have for the sticker flakes. and of course the sketches for the sticker sheet designs. And yeah, I think I'm actually pretty proud of the entire layout for this. I don't know if you've kept up with my previous videos, but like I had this like stamp idea that I wanted to make like last year in July, but I wasn't really happy with the way it turned out, so I kind of just dropped the entire idea like last year. I think honestly I had like a hard time picking out the frames. I can't decide if I want like a stamp frame or like picture frame, so I don't know if that makes sense. So for example, like I couldn't decide if I wanted like the entire sticker sheet to just be in this stamp frame or like this kind of like portrait picture frame kind of thing. Now I've kind of just ended up putting both at the same time on the sticker design, and honestly I'm pretty happy with it. I think that's some good artist progress on my end. Just trying to get over that perfectionism and just putting the idea down and then perfecting it later. So yeah, that's all the progress I've made this week. It may not be much, or it might even be boring to you guys, but I hope it isn't. I hope it's still interesting to watch, kind of just slowly building up to my next shop update. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking around, and I hope to see you in the next vlog.